You're breathing, you'll automatically relax. You'll automatically lower your blood
5 questions. We'll count. Go ahead.
All right. We have 5 questions.
Anybody got it? Jen? Of course you do.
I don't know. What about type 1 diabetes?
Type 1 diabetes is an autoimmune disease. Remember, don't be fooled by nosology. Don't be fooled by the name of your disease. If you want to know the mechanism, type 1 diabetes is an autoimmune disease. Autoimmune diseases all affect the intestine, or all start off from the intestine, from the microbiome. What happens? It's a beautiful mechanism, and I'll give it to you real quick how it happens. Once toxicity gets into the bloodstream, the immune system attacks the toxicity. The toxic and immune complexes deposit in the pancreas, they deposit in the nerves, they deposit in the brain or in the thyroid. They distort the tissue, and you get an immune reaction. Leaky gut syndrome, fix the gut for type 1 diabetes. This is all leaky gut syndrome, by the way, everything we just talked about. Heck yes, absolutely it's possible to get off of insulin. A lot of people get off of insulin. But don't worry about the insulin, that's the goal. You want to get them living better, and that's where you start working with gut. Yes.
I have questions from the Zoom. Can you take too much HempFX? Can you take all 3 in one day?
It's very difficult to take
questions.
It's very difficult. Can you take too much HempFX? It's very difficult. I mean, theoretically, you swallow the whole bottle. And I was cracking up when Sanjeev was talking. He said, you can never get too high. Yes, you can. Yes, you can definitely get too high.
This person wants
That
to know
doesn't
about
happen with CBD, and that doesn't happen with the HempFX.
this person wants to know about autism.
Autism is a digestive issue. Gases from the gut go out. Now, let me just say this caveat. Emotional conditions and mental health conditions have to be addressed spiritually, mentally, emotionally, physically. I didn't say that, but all health challenges really begin spiritually, mentally, emotionally, and show up physically. Physical issues like autoimmune diseases or arthritis or degenerative conditions, you can target them a little more effectively because the main problem is physiologic. But once you deal with autism, schizophrenia, mental health problems, depression, bipolar disorder, etc., you really have to start dealing with the spiritual and mental components a lot more closely. However, there is a major gut-brain connection. In fact, everybody who's dealing with autism or schizophrenia needs to read a book called The Gut and Psychology Syndrome by Dr. Natasha Kinsky-Campbell, but there's lots of books out there. Digestive Enzymes for Autism, The Ultimate Essence for Autism, Food Diary for Autism, Elimination Diet, Food Diary and Elimination Diet for Autism. Focus on the gut. Now, again, mental, spiritual, mental, emotional also, but focus on the gut for autism, absolutely. And CBD also can help with certain mental health issues like schizophrenia and bipolar disorder because of its stabilizing properties. Yes.
Dr. Weeks, do you have a question?
I just didn't catch the third part of that. It's digestion foundation.
The triangle disease. What kind? Are you a physician?
Yeah.
Awesome. Did I say anything that didn't pass muster there?
Oh no, it's awesome.
Okay.
How many doctors in the room? Raise your hand.
Okay. Any
Look at
issues?
all the doctors.
Did I say anything that is disputable? The triangle. Do you like triangle disease?
I like triangles. I didn't quite catch the third part.
The adrenal thyroid complex.
Yeah.
Connect is a relationship between the two. The
How many health
hypothyroidism.
professionals? Look at this. It's crazy.
Yeah,
Okay, so you guys all think they're the smartest people in this room, don't you?
I didn't mean to
Well,
offend
I
you.
hate to break it to you, they're not. You know who the smartest people in this room is? See those 4 kids back there in the corner? Stand up, all you nose pickers. Those 4 kids that are under 21, that are smart enough to sit here for 7 hours to take control of their own lives, they're the smartest people.
I would have been doing that.
I wish I had. I'd be rich.
Richer.
Anymore? Or do you want to take it?
Well, no, he said.
He's
Are
good.
you-
Anybody else got a
I
question?
sent you a text with him,
Okay.
so you can text
All right, grab him in the hall. Go ahead.
Viral infectious diseases are a little bit trickier. They're not in the realm of chronic long-term degenerative disease. However, you work in the immune system. Where does the immune system live primarily?
Niles.
Where? The
Your
gut, the
gut.
digestive system. So yeah, all immune problems, I need to go for the gut. Thank you guys very much. Appreciate
Very
it.
cool.
All right.
Okay, so we do have Dr. Eichmann here. Give him a stand up. Unbelievable medical doctor. Dr. Glenn Winkle from our advisory board in the crowd. Unbelievable. These guys are terrific. We've got all these great chiropractors. We've got all these great naturopathic doctors. And then they have all of us. But what's so great about network marketing is, you know, I'm 67 years old and it's been 55 years since somebody looked at my report card. I mean, no one cares how smart you are. They care how nice you are. They care how driven you are, how much loving you are. Can you do that? Heck yeah, of course you can. It's gonna cuss. So anyway, we're not gonna do that. Hello, Mom. So here's the deal. I know that you're thinking, okay, well, who am I gonna talk to? Who am I gonna talk to? Well, in this room today, you're never gonna believe what happened to me. When I first quit drinking many, many years ago, it was a terrible day. But I got off the alcohol and it was rough. And then my sponsor in AA said to me, you need to stop doing what got you drunk in the first place. So I went, okay. So I thought I was supposed to quit my job. What he said was you're supposed to quit drinking. So I quit my job as a stockbroker, a high-powered stockbroker. And the next thing you know, I'm unemployable. Taco Bell did not want me. I tried to get a job being a waiter on the railroad car, and they told me my hips were too wide. Can you imagine my self-esteem just coming off? I was sobbing. So finally, I picked up a newspaper, and out falls a piece of paper, and it said unlimited income opportunity. I go, that looks a little bit better than Taco Bell. One, right below it, it said unlimited. It said no credit check. I'm going, this is sounding better by the minute. And the third one said no background check, and I said I have arrived. And I joined Nu Skin in 1987, a long time ago. No, people weren't even born yet. And I've been in network marketing ever since. I failed miserably at Nu Skin. I went up their ladder, but I couldn't figure Nick Capani, you beautiful man, how are you? Good to see you. I said healthcare professional. I should have said like 19-level black belt karate man. Unbelievable guy, you guys. You should know him. What's his name? Dan Givens was right. But I digress. So anyway, I couldn't make it Nu Skin. I tried hard, but my idol, all the Nu Skin people, I wanted nothing to do with them. They weren't cool enough for me, except these two people. And these two people were Chris and Sylvia Ebersberg. And they lived up in Breckenridge. And they came from Germany and Austria. They spoke all the language, blonde hair, blue eyes, like a Riley, beautiful little girl, just the most unbelievable people. I wanted to be like them more than anything in my whole life. That's what I wanted. So, what happened then? I left Nu Skin. And Chris and Sylvia left Nu Skin too after a long time, making millions of dollars, and started a network marketing company over in Germany. Then they started another network marketing company in the United States, one more someplace else, then one more in the United States. And then somebody hooked them for a lot of money, so they got out of the network marketing business. They went into the solar business. They are smart people and still quite young. And at the end of the day, they said, we've got to get back into network marketing. The profession will never fail us. And they have to choose the right company. And I want you guys to meet Chris and Sylvia Ebersberg. They're coming up right now. After being here today, what would have you join with your vast experience, longevity, after looking at the entire palette of network marketing companies out there? You guys, are you crazy?
Well, yes, we are.
Okay, good. Aren't they adorable even now? This is 30 years later.
30 years later. Do you want to share anything first? Sylvie's brand new. I'll say it real fast. I was doing solar for the last 7 years. Took a team, a failing team in Denver, from 5 people and $400,000 a month in revenue to about $5 million a month in revenue. My income didn't go up. Well, it went up a little bit from about 10 grand a month to 15, but that revenue hike showed me that I wasn't into it for the money. I was into it for the passion and the purpose. But I also realized 65 hours a week should have a little bit more money to it and a little bit more happiness at the end of the journey. And I was looking at the leverage, and we thought, we'll do this for a while, but ultimately we're going to get back into the game. And some events happened, and it caused me to be able to reevaluate my position in life. And I set up for one thing, and the word that I wrote down was happiness. And that's really what this whole talk today has been about, is I sought out happiness. And the happiest guy I know in this industry is that man right there. And if anybody could be a purveyor of happiness, which I really wanted to be, I said, Tom, in my new profession, I'd like to be a happiness broker. Did I say that?
Yeah.
So I'm going to be a happiness broker. And today's the confirmation of that, because it's really the bottom line. It's not because we're going to take this company to $1 billion in the next 60 months. We're going to go from 165 million that we did this last year, 168, to $1 billion in 5 years. I see that. I know that. I've been in business for a while. It's not because you have unparalleled products we have, unparalleled products, that the science and the documentation behind it, second to none. He's got the best argument ever. If you want to know about other products, ask James about how do you compare about other products. It wasn't because of the compensation plan. It was because the entire package of what we can offer is without the hype. And I asked Tom one question. I said, Tom, can you bridge the gap for me? Does everybody have to bash into people's living rooms and say, you need this, and I'm going to finagle you into doing my vitamins, and if you don't, you're just the next person on my list I'm going to do next? I said, no, it's not about that. He said it's about relationships. And he introduced me to his son, Adrian, and they have this phenomenal program called Contact Mapping, which is, for me, a relationship management program. And it all made sense. And so the reasons are a gazillion, but yeah, I want to make a lot of money because that's the fun part, that's the scorecard, but it's about the passion. It's about how can I help 12 individuals over the course of the next 24 months achieve a lifestyle above and beyond extraordinary. And because I believe in the industry, I don't believe in the old model. I believe that there's more sophisticated ways to talk to people honestly and openly about what's up. You don't have to con people into this. You don't have to chase after people. You can have honest communications, honest conversations about what's important in people's lives. And it's okay to say, this isn't good for you. This isn't right for you. I sent him, the first person I prospected, I bailed on. I said, you know what, I've pulled my offer. I can't work with you. You're not right for this. And this guy's a master John Maxwell coach. He's top of the game, but it wasn't a right position. I'm mature enough to know when it's not right for somebody. I'm mature enough to know when somebody says, I want to do this, I can partner with them, and we have the system to get them where they want to go. So that's my why, is all about happiness. But she got me into this thing in the very first place about 30 some odd years ago after she responded to an ad, and it was her success that inspired me. And it's her knowledge of products and her quest through Ayurveda and different things that convinced me that these are second to none products.
Yes.
It's my wife, Sylvia, from Austria.
Hello. So yes, I am so thrilled to be aligned with this company. Based on the quality of the product, which are truly second to none. I mean, I am so grateful and so impressed with this amazing company and what has come from it. I mean, from Dr. Bullock. I'm reading Epigenetics, which is a fabulous book, giving all the reasons, all the scientific reasons for why these products are really the absolute best. I've been on them now for about 2.5 weeks or something like that, and I am noticing such a difference. My energy level is constant. There is a constant state of that really pleasant energy, strong energy, and it allows me then, we all need energy to have a good life, and so being on these products is absolutely amazing. I love, of course, the business aspect of it, the residual income. And this is really what always is inspiring for me, to have the ability to look into the future and know that, financially we are set. With this company, with Youngevity, I know that this is something that is absolutely foundational for that to be experienced. And I'm just totally happy. I remember Tom from almost 1987 when we first met, a long time ago. And he came in on a phrase, unlimited income. And this is something that I came up with. I'm from Austria, and I came to the United States, and to me this is the land of unlimited possibilities. And so it was clear to me that I wanted to portray that as part of the business opportunity that I was in before. And so I came up with unlimited income. And Chris and I, we had come up with a way of getting in touch with a lot of people through a 24-hour recorded message. So that was Chris's idea, 24-hour recorded message. And in this, we could put all of our information about the business opportunity on there. So one day I walked out onto 16th Street Mall, and I decided I'm going to invite everybody to become part of this unlimited income opportunity. And I handed out these cards. And I say, I'm looking for entrepreneurs. I'm looking for entrepreneurs. I'm looking for entrepreneurs. And people started getting interested. But then there was a police officer that came. He was on a horse, and he came up to me and he said, "Do you have a handbill license?" And I said, "Well, no. This is America. This is the land of unlimited opportunity." And he had a smile and he said, "I'm not supposed to tell you this, but you could go over there. I won't be over there." And so these were our beginnings. I was so thrilled and so happy to know that I had found something that could really allow us to live the American dream. And so we became very successful. And again, with this opportunity, I am even more so excited about it because what you offer to people is pure health. And this is really, what else do we need in life? From that place of pure health, we can accomplish anything. And so I'm humbled and I'm honored to be here today.
Thank you guys very much. So one last thing we have to talk about Diamond Dave. Can I bring that up, Scott? This is one of the greatest things in the world. I seem to say that a lot. But here's the deal. So 6 years ago, I walk into Ziggy's Coffee. And I owned a coffee shop across town. I went and got and so I walk into Ziggy's Coffee, and I'm standing in a very long line. And all of a sudden, this guy walks up to me and taps me on the shoulder and says, "I'm Scott Fordham." I go, "I'm very happy to meet you. I'm Tom Chanel." He goes, "I heard you're a network marketer." And I go, "Where'd you hear that?" And he said, "From that guy right over there." And the guy's name was Diamond Dave the Milkman. And Diamond Dave the Milkman used to deliver the milk at Buzz. And he was in every network marketing company on the planet. I signed him up about 10 times in Youngevity, and he kept quitting and leaving and all that jazz. But it was hilarious. So Diamond Dave was just the most charismatic, nice guy you ever want to meet in your life, but he couldn't stand a deal. But for some crazy reason, he decided to introduce me to Fardulis. Well, Fardulis and I got married. We got together. He was all messed up health-wise, and so he got his health straightened out. We flew out to California. He met Steve Wallach. The rest is history. Now he's one of the most successful guys in all of Youngevity. But what happened to Diamond Dave? Diamond Dave walked in here today and said, "You need some milk?" And I go, "What? I haven't heard that voice forever." I go, "What are you doing here, Diamond Dave?" He said, "I'm getting into Youngevity." I go, "Well, you should have done that 6 years ago, you idiot." But he didn't. He didn't enroll and get going. He just gave Scott Fardulis to me. And he's now back here 6 years later, like Sylvia and Chris, like the great Brett Figueroa in the back, like Nick Capandi right there in the middle. He's sitting in this room, and the time is now. The time is now for every one of us. What more evidence do we need other than these huge people coming to the party that you're already at? All we have to do is decide, and I know you've all been in other network marketing deals. Call your upline from that. Say, look what's going on at Youngevity. Look for all the companies that have tried to do this for 20 years and are now gone. And come where there is a startup Youngevity with stability Youngevity. And that's who we are. So we know we ran you over. I love the fact that you're here. I love the fact that you came. I love the fact that you're building. I love you. I am the happiest, dumbest guy in the world. But it works. It works. Stop trying to, nobody cares how smart you are. They care how kind you are. Poor Chris. The poor guy thought I was going to know something. He came down to Longmont and sat down and said, "I want to pick your brain." And about a half an hour later, we were done. And he said, "I got to go find somebody else to talk to." And I took that as a compliment. Does that make sense? I know nothing. I love you guys. Go home. See you. Oh wait, what? Hey, Marianne, do you have a raffle?